Yeah, you're looking at the general fund.
It's under one of the. That's for here, that's for the office.
Okay.
The other one should be under water, so.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? Bruce, you have your microphone actually working, I assume that was just trying to get it to work.
Yeah.
Okay, no further questions. We have the motion to approve in a second. All those in favor of approving the bills, roll call.
Trustee Chamberlain? Aye. Trustee Clayton?
Aye.
Trustee Goldstein? Trustee Haber?
Aye.
Trustee Hollander?
Aye.
Trustee Jamerson?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Item A on the agenda is the ordinance adopting the Village of Riverwoods Comprehensive Plan. Since we are continuing the public hearing, I don't think we can take action on that tonight, so we will continue that. Next item is the resolution authorizing the removal of committed funds designation from a certain sum in the general fund. I've discussed this before, and we just never actually passed the resolution to make it official. Trustee Clayton pointed that out, so let me turn it over to him. He has a microphone that works anyway.
For those that don't know, under GASB, when we have committed funds, that means that we can only use those funds for specific purposes determined by a formal action of the government's highest level of decision-making authority. Currently, we have committed funds of $1.5 million in the general fund that are dedicated to the sewer fund. We also have within the sewer fund itself a reserve policy of $1 million, and we're holding the $1 million. So in essence, what we're doing is double counting. We have the $1 million in the sewer fund, and we have set aside $1.5 million in the general fund. We've done projections of revenue through 2025. We have also updated capital plans in this last week from our village engineer, and at this point it looks to us like the sewer fund is going to maintain its $1 million reserve for the foreseeable future. We'll be about $32,000 short exactly at the end of the year, but that will come back into place. So we really should, it's an accounting issue and an audit issue, we really should remove the committed designation from the $1.5 million in the general fund. So that's the purpose of this resolution.
Any questions from the board?
One comment. The resolution that reduced the classification from $1 million to $1.5 million is resolution 14-12- something. And if the motion to approve this could include, as amended to include the actual resolution number, we'll fill it in later. I just couldn't find it before tonight.
A motion for a resolution authorizing the removal of the committed designation from a certain sum in the general fund.
Second.
Okay, further discussion? Since this is changing the reserve or the designation, should we do a roll call? Is that the safest?
It's always safest.
Okay, let's do a roll call on that, please.
Trustee Goldstein?
Aye.
Trustee Haber?
Aye.
Trustee Hollander?
Aye.
Trustee Jamerson?
Aye.
Trustee Chamberlain? Aye. Trustee Clayton?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Resolution number 190804. Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, now for the next item, discussion of the public-private roads in the village and direction to the village attorney, if any, on what they should do. I think everybody on the board is aware that this topic has been raised 5 or 6 months ago. I know several trustees have tried during that time to see if some type of recommendation could come forward, and my understanding is that no consensus on that was reached. Trustee Hollander had asked that I bring it up, so Henry, is your microphone?
Yes.
For at least a few minutes. Seconds.
Depending on how this goes, I thought we would try to do this in 3 phases. The first one is can we do it? Is this legally permissible? And the second one is, should we do it? Which we would then tackle after we know whether it's possible to do. And third is, if we should, is to how to do it, which is to have a series of meetings with the affected parties as we go forward to see how to best do this with the least impact on those that are affected. So I thought as a first step, since we have some controversy over whether or not this is able to be done, was to have the board direct our village attorney to give us a formal opinion as to whether or not this is something the village can do. And because there wasn't full agreement, I thought we ought to, at least as a board, decide if we want to take that as a first step.
And I concurred in that, and that I know there is, or at least has been, a significant split in the board. And while I probably could have directed the village attorney to do it, I thought rather than spend that money, if the board didn't want to go that way, better to make sure and air this as much as we can to begin with. So, other comments?
I mean, I think that, that even before we get to that stage, I think that everyone on the board needs to be educated as to the history of the public versus private street dichotomy in the village, how the public streets became public streets, the legal documents that made them public streets when the property was annexed into the village. So I have not seen those documents. I think that we should all be educated as to the history, because I think the history is also going to be very relevant to a decision as to whether or not we even want to go to the next step. And that's just my thoughts on that.
Anyone else? I was going to say that while I agree with you, Mike, that certainly the board needs to be educated as to just those factors and the legal documents, I think it would be more expeditious to let that be part of the village attorney's opinion, because frankly, each one of those instances may be a slightly different legal opinion or a different legal circumstance. And I don't know that separating them would save us that much. I think it's better to incorporate it into one step.
My problem with that is that I don't understand the legal ramifications of each and every street's entrance into the village, and so I would then ask the attorney to tell me what it means. Anyway, you might understand it. I understand where each one maybe have come in under different circumstances, but that's not going to help me as an individual trustee. So I would go back to the attorney anyway and say, what does this all mean? And I think that that's an important part of the discussion is, should we do it? Just because we can doesn't mean we should.
And that's basically what I was saying. Second, it may affect people's opinions if we find out some streets can be taken back private, but not all public streets could be. So if we are considering doing it, then I think we should have the opinion of council as to the legality, what methods are available, and part of that, again, is part of the history.
I think this is a discussion that we have started to have, and why wouldn't we want to have an informed discussion? So I am in favor of directing our attorney to give us more information.
Any other comments? Then we need a motion if we're going to do that.
I make a motion that we instruct the village attorney to look into the process, if it's even the legality of the process, and whether it can be done or not. Is that good enough? Does that make sense?
I'd like to amend that. Okay. I think it should be.
Second.
Needs a second.
I seconded it.
You can propose the amendment before the second, and then it's only up to Rick to decide whether he would take the amendment.
I think the investigation by the village attorney should be public streets specific, because I think that there are going to be different elements dealing with different streets. So I think just if you generally talk about the concept of whether or not it is legal or not legal to vacate a public street, I think that's very different than giving an opinion relative to each particular street in the village that is presently public. Because we haven't decided whether any of the streets or all of the streets that are presently public would be private or not be private. So I think you have to treat all the public streets the same.
You can do both.
I-
You can do both. You can do both, do individual streets and how, as well as in general, can you?
Yes, yes. I think it just has to be individual streets up to the.
We're assuming-
So I'm confused as to the amendment. Are you saying the amendment is to look at each street individually?
As well as the concept of the entire thing as a whole. Because there may be nuances that apply to different streets.
Okay, is there a second to the
Second.
motion? Okay.
I was rather assuming that that was part of the original one because each street may have a different circumstance that the village attorney needs to look at, and I was assuming that he knew that already.
And I think that's what Henry and I were saying, that's why I'm in agreement with Mike, and I think it doesn't hurt to make the motion specific. Now, that will be clear that that's what we're looking for. Any other amendments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
I
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Bruce, you still get to pay for your kids. Moving on.
a timeline on that, Bruce?
Ooh, timeline.
I'm serious.
I'll be talking to Bruce and I'll try to make sure that we get something on later in the month, hopefully shorter than that. Okay, item D, review and approval of proposal from Sewer Assessment Services LLC for smoke testing as part of the sanitary sewer inflow abatement program. Mr. Engineer.
So this is, historically, it's been an annual program that goes along with the annual televising to try to ferret out and repair various sources of rainwater getting into the sanitary sewer for many, many years. The vendor we used was the most economical game in town, and they got out of that game, so we didn't do this last year while we were hunting around to find other firms that perform this service. We found two. You can see that they're rather significantly different in price. Mike Bennell from my office has worked with Sewer Assessment Services in the past when he was at Lake County, and says that they do a good job. They're a little less sophisticated than the other group, but they do the fundamentals, which is document these very missing cleanout caps and downspout connections. They put the door hangers out to alert people that they'll be doing the smoke testing. They let the police and fire departments know that they'll be doing the smoke testing. So our recommendation is to authorize the execution of the contract with Sewer Assessment Services not to exceed $7,000 for smoke testing.
Do I have a motion?
Sure. Yes. I'll make that motion.
All right, I take that to be a motion to approve the proposal from Sewer Services LLC not to exceed $7,000.
Yes.
And I take that to be amendment.
That's what I'm seconding.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Haber, Trustee Hollander,
Aye.
Trustee Jamerson,
Aye.
Trustee Chamberlain,
Aye.
Trustee Clayton,
Aye.
Trustee Goldstein.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is a resolution appointing the SWAPCO alternative. Trustee Clayton has willingly accepted this. I'd like to have a quick motion before he wises up and changes his mind.
I make a motion, we approve the resolution appointing trustee trustee
Clayton
I'll explain the
to
difference.
the swap alternate.
Second.
Discussion, Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're back to the engineer. Review and approval of the 2019 pavement patching contract.
So the program for this year for village streets is only pavement patching. Trustee Jamerson pointed out to me that it's a little bit confusing, the recommendation that I have. So this year, we're going to go along with the municipal partnering initiative. This is a consortium of communities that get together. They pick one community to be the lead agency to coordinate the bid. They actually, with Glencoe, 2 years ago, did this for the group. The contractor, Chicagoland Paving, sent a letter to Glencoe at the beginning of this year saying that they were going to hold their prices from last year and also invite any other communities that wanted to take advantage of that pricing contract with them. So those are the two attachments I have for my recommendation. So it's essentially pavement patching on a number of village streets, and then also the Meadow Lake subdivision through their special service area. There's a little piece of pavement between Milwaukee Avenue and all of the streets that they resurfaced a couple of years ago on Chicory, where the traffic signal detector loops are. So it's a little coordination, but we'll finally get that fixed with this contract as well. So we were asking that the board authorize execution of contract with Chicagoland Paving in the amount of $40,150.
Questions?
I just have one question that was brought up, I thought last year. Is there a time frame or a time of the year when the patching is to take place? Because I know in the past it's taken place in the fall, and I know it was discussed that the patching should perhaps be done right after the winter and the spring.
My recollection of that conversation was to do our assessment. Historically, we did our assessment of the streets at the end of the season, so we would do them going into winter. And the board said, well, you knuckleheads do it after winter, so you actually get all the potholes and stuff that form. So that's what we did this year. Truthfully, this one kind of got delayed because I was on the bubble whether to go through the MPI for the patching. For most of this year, I've been waiting for Julie Lane to come forward with an SSA, and then we would throw in with them and get competitive pricing. That's just not happening, so we shifted gears and went with this patching-only contract now.
So I think, I don't know if that answers, I think the patching, the actual physical patching should take place in the springtime. So it could be, otherwise you have potholes through the spring and the summer, and then they get patched in the fall, and then you have more problems in the spring.
But if you leave the potholes over the winter, you're gonna get even worse, and then you're gonna have to do cold patching, which is a waste of money.
Okay.
You always patch in the summer, so that when you go into the fall, you don't have anything for the snow plows to get caught.
Yeah, the spring, summer, but I'm saying a couple years ago, the patching took place in the fall.
Well, so
That's almost.
you can speak to it, but most of the time, if it's a small patching thing like this, they're gonna stick it in their schedule wherever they can. And the asphalt plants usually close around Thanksgiving, although with global warming, that's getting pushed out farther and farther.
Plus, adding additives to the, make it even go longer.
So, you know, but when it's little patching stuff, a lot of times they wait until their big road contracts are done, and, I mean, my course.
And that's one thing, it's a good point. It's the trade-off with the municipal partnering initiative, because they are contracting with a whole bunch of communities. We have no control over the schedule. They'll tell us when they're coming to town, and we'll coordinate all that. But all I can tell you is that it'll get done this season, but I can't pick when.
I have a question. Particular to the road I live on, which is Hoffman Lane. I've noticed that Hoffman Lane is peculiar in that the patching, all of the required patching, it looks like, or I'd say the most significant part of the required patching is in the center of the road, where the two sections of the road meet when they put it down. To me, it looks like it was a defective initial job, that the entire center of the road is basically all potholed. where that gets the least amount of traffic. And I'm just wondering whether or not, from an engineering standpoint, that could be deemed to be some kind of a defect in the initial installation, number one. And number two, whether or not, when they do this work, there is any type of warranty that the village gets, that the work is gonna, be some certain type of working like manner.
So we don't have any recourse with the contractor who did that paving. I'm trying to remember when we resurfaced Hoffman Lane. I want to say it was 2006 or 7, I think. So we certainly can't go back to them. The cold joint is historically, is for a lot of us, that's the cold joint in the edges. They have a hard time compacting the very edge, and then it's always a problem putting the hot asphalt next to the cold joint. So it's not surprising that that's where a lot of the failures are. As far as a warranty going forward, we can write the contract however we want. And the contractor is then going to, you can imagine that if we told the contractor that we want a 10-year warranty on our road, they're going to factor in some big numbers to give us that. So it's far more cost effective just to recognize that there'll be some areas we need to patch rather than have them quote unquote guarantee the entirety of the work. The IDOT standard specs have no warranty provisions at all. I guess that's the other thing with this MPI, of course, is we're married to what they did, which is an IDOT spec.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So, second.
Okay, that's a motion to approve the Chicagoland paving contract not to exceed 40,000, I think you said?
40,150.
40,150. All right, roll call, please.
Trustee Jamerson?
Aye.
Trustee Chamberlain?
Aye.
Trustee Clayton?
Aye.
Trustee Goldstein? Trustee Haber? Trustee Hollander?
Aye.
Right, thank you. Item G, under old business, is the ordinance restating Chapter 7 of Title 8 of the River Woods Village Code, adopting the various new codes. We're going to put that over for an additional 2 weeks, and one of the trustees wants to still review plumbing conditions. Rob, he'll talk with you and what Mike had said, et cetera. So hopefully we'll be ready to get that done by the next time around. Does anyone have anything for the good of the order before we talk about executive session? Hearing none, then we need a motion to go into executive session for purposes of discussing.
The setting of a price for the sale of property owned by the Village of Riverwoods under Section 2C6 of the Living Use Act.
So moved.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none.
And I would add that the particular property we're talking about is the village on the corner parcel at the corner of Milwaukee and Deerfield Road.
Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Chamberlain?
Aye.
Trustee Clayton?
Aye.
Trustee Goldstein? Trustee Haber? Trustee Hollander?
Aye.
Trustee Jamerson?
Aye.
All right, we will recess the regular meeting